Hi everyone. Wow, Michael Jackson died. To me, I still can't believe it. I first saw Michael Jackson in concert with the Jackson 5 when I was a good 10 years old, 1972, August 9th, Chicago Amphitheater, Chicago, Illinois. I was with the Campbells, and they were kind of my babysitters at the time, if you will. I grew up with Michael Jackson. And what's so shocking is I never thought that a person who was so much a part of my mental furniture, more so than Farrah Fawcett, would just die. Unbelievable. And, you know, Michael Jackson, I don't care what he went through. All through the years, I was always by his side. And the reason is, I continue to believe then, and believe now, that much of those stories were created by people who had agendas. Michael Jackson was always considered a kind person. He had a lot of money, and he was sort of in a state of arrested development. The guy never knew what it was like to be a kid. He didn't. He knew stardom from the age of, someone say 10, forget it. Hey, 5, 6, 7, 8. He knew stardom, that's all. Michael Jackson never knew the luxury of a normal childhood. And so like anybody who's consistently bombarded by people, he simply just ran away. When you're in a situation like that, at some point, you just say, hey, you know what? I've had it. I've got to go away. And what we do is we close in, or in some cases, we kind of change. We just simply say, you know, we're going to arrest our development. Not really say this to ourselves, but we're going to arrest our development at a certain point in our life when we were happiest. And we just want to retreat. And that's what he did. This stuff about... Oh. Anyway, look. Michael Jackson was a good human being. Michael Jackson is a good human being because his foundation has done a lot for people. Anyway, I went out and I talked to other people regarding what they thought about the passing of a great one, Michael Jackson. And I have to add also that I really want to hear Quincy Jones, because We Are the World was the most incredible album I've ever heard outside of Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. Amazing. All right.
That was such a big surprise for me. I was just walking on the street and 3 different people got text messages and were like, but Michael Jackson just died. And first we thought it was a hoax or some internet thing. I'm thrilled. I mean, I'm just terrified.
I understand, yeah. Hey, thanks a lot. I mean, it's a passing of a musical icon, so I think it's a very sad day for the king of pop to pass. But as we all know, his music's been, timeless since he made even Thriller. So I think he'll be living vicariously through his music, kind of thing.
I was heartbroken. I couldn't even believe it, because growing up with him, every time I listen to his music, it brings back a great memory from growing up somehow, some way. And, it still hasn't really even hit me. It's just so hard to believe. He was way too young, absolutely too young.
What do you think about Michael Jackson passing?
Devastated. Well, today when I found out at 12:30 that he was rushed to the hospital, I still can't digest the fact that he's no more. Maybe tomorrow, if you ask me, I would give you a more upset review about it, because it's still sinking into me.
It's shocking. Yeah, same here.
It's still sinking into me. Yeah, I love that guy.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
First and foremost, anybody dying is horrible. There are so many family members right now that are just going to be torn apart.
Yeah.
But also Michael Jackson, on the one hand, he was a very maverick person, but on the other hand, he was part of my generation's life. He was like part of like my experience, my growing up, and I feel a little robbed that he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like whether you thought his experience was your experience, it didn't really come into it for me. I just sort of bonded with him as part of my youth, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
Well, we all have to go sometime, and boy, did he have a fabulous life before he went. I mean, he did it right. He did it up. You know what they say? You only live once, and that's all you need if you do it right.
I agree.
I'm sad. He's a great icon. I heard that he was actually practicing a new move for his tour. Not that he died during the new move, but that he was working on a move that was supposed to parallel the moonwalk. So I'm saddened that we'll never get to see that.
I love you, Michael.
Michael, we'll miss you a lot. You were really a part of all of our lives and an amazing part of our world and American culture.